Executioners of Business. Welcome to Marcom Techniques, a podcast about marketing communications and technology with special series on thought leadership. Be sure to follow us on social media and on your favorite podcast platform. Creating a business on a budget is not as hard as you may think, especially during this digital age of fast movers. You have to move fast. It's part of sales. You market and then you sell. But you can't sell if you don't have a brand. Why? Because the minute you put something out there, someone is ready to steal it and move faster than you. That is the nature of the beast. So while they're telling you that branding doesn't matter, you look at their business that steals from other businesses, and what do you see? You see years of building a brand. That is what allows them to steal ideas. Their years of building a brand. They may have started building a personal brand through their previous work network or any other networks, but they are contradicting themselves when they say marketing and sales matter more. This is a lie in pure sight of their actions and behavior. Business is started on an idea. That is where branding begins. Branding has mission and vision. So without a business idea, which is the mission and vision, there is absolutely nothing for marketing to sell. I'm seeing people without original ideas, but have excellent execution style. They're not entrepreneurs that generate ideas, but they are what I consider executioners. Basically, great salespeople who are heavy into marketing. You run out of things to execute when you don't naturally have your own ideas. They usually have business names that are not identifiable to any particular industry, niche, or products and services. Their business names are very bland, meaning they are shapeshifters to any industry or niche given when the opportunity presents itself, especially if the great idea is profitable. Then that is their next move. Or they start a business off of your business model and wait for your next big idea to continue to use your hard work in the market share. But on the positive side, they are placing you as a thought leader, a person of influence. You have to learn how to leverage that in business. I call them EOBs, executioners of business. They may have one great idea at one time, but they are limited to generating new ideas. Why? Because they're always moving and never sitting down. Everything is very superficial and right now. Why work harder when you can work smarter? Usually entails someone stealing someone's idea. Not all of the time, but some of the time. This happens a lot. When tech people come out with an idea, then someone with deeper pockets or a known brand can leverage themselves from the entrepreneur's idea. Moving fast is essential in business. But when you have limited resources, look for the ones who steal ideas and give them a little to implement with their money. This is called the drip strategy. Remember, I always say to look for opportunities in everything. Join me for my masterclass on how to navigate in your business. The link is in the show notes. Let's look at your strength as a thought leader who is innovative with fresh ideas all of the time versus a person who is an EOB. Let's conduct a SWOT analysis. What rules in the business world? Ideas. Because without it, EOBs can't move in sales. Use people's strengths and make them into weaknesses. Ideas rule over money. You can throw millions of dollars at a problem and solve absolutely nothing. Sometimes it even creates a bigger problem through a short-lived band-aid. Use what they perceive as their strength as their weaknesses. This means using their ego to be number one. That is why it's important to stay humble in this context. So many people misuse the meaning of this word, but if you study life balances, the universe always corrects itself into perfect balance. As I shared with someone I was advising, one wonderful thing I remember a college professor said in the lecture hall was the effects of cocaine on the body. Now, bear with me, it will correlate. There is a high you will only receive from cocaine that is once in a lifetime. That high is so euphoric that you are constantly chasing something you will never experience again. Why? As I sat there listening to the mechanics of the drug on your brain, I started to realize how beautifully made our bodies are and that it seeks to maintain a homeostasis state of being. Your body is literally fighting to never feel that way again while you are mentally chasing something that's impossible to obtain again. Your body understands that your natural instincts of fight or flight cannot work in this state of being, that it quickly tries to give you back all of your senses to survive. Not being high makes you alert to your surroundings and how to react with all of your senses in working order. And this drug disrupts this. Decision-making, alertness, and an intact nervous system that alerts you to survive in this world. And people want to indirectly move away from this, from their best efforts of survival by creating an altered state of mind. You are shutting down your best chance of surviving and solving your problems to survive. In the same way, we live in a bigger universe that promotes homeostasis, just like our body fights for. The universe creates a natural balance of power. Your body fights for you to stay in control. How awesome is your body as a machine? The universe has this unspoken law of balance and power. In everything, there is power. You just have to know what you're looking for. This is where stillness helps. Can you really be number one for an infinitive number of years? Pride and ego is really a weakness, and when you spot it, you can use it to your advantage in business. You have to keep that in mind in business. When you naturally generate ideas, then it's important to create a solid brand. EOBs kill a lot of talent before they can continue on providing the world with great ideas. It comes down to profit over innovation. The irony is that innovative ideas are more profitable and help everyone in the network. But EOBs are the right now versus the future, which holds more promise with profit. So what you end up with is a bunch of surviving EOBs and no entrepreneurs. This is why a lot of EOBs become investors. Not all of them. There are some really good investors out there that really care about businesses and don't disrupt or the innovative part of the entrepreneur. They're always looking for the next big idea. So let's get back to how you can leverage this. Well, they have money with no ideas. You then have to create a drip strategy. What is a drip strategy? You will start to notice who reduplicates your ideas. They usually have a bigger following and steal your ideas and execute them. But you will allow them to do it in a drip strategy. You give them enough to test the small variables in your strategies and use it to your advantage. Since you generate ideas, you will learn to be innovative in tactics as well. I do believe there is a balance in this world. You just have to learn how to tap into it. Thank you for joining us on our podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.